Since the 1900s, women all over the world have been pleasuring ourselves using the great vibrator. And I just feel like since us women, we're just so free to speak on our sexual experiences. We are able to just talk about our sex life without people judging us. And well, they're going to judge anyways, but now we don't give a shit. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the pros and the cons of the great vibrator, ladies. Because I know if you've never used one, you know somebody that told you to use one. So keep watching this video if you're interested in learning about the pros and the cons of the great vibrator, and subscribe to my channel because I talk about a whole bunch of stuff. My channel is just, I talk about spirituality, I talk about relationships, I talk about men, women, just life in general. So make sure you guys subscribe to Be Divine Minded, and find me on Instagram at Be Divine Minded. And yeah, keep watching because we got a lot to talk about. So I just want to start by saying that I am not new to the whole vibrator thing. It is something that I've enjoyed since a very young age. I can actually remember my first vibrator. It was purchased at Spencer's in the Galleria Mall in Buffalo, New York. Ever since then, we just had a pretty beautiful relationship. First, let's start out with some fun facts about the vibrator. Did you know that even up until today, certain states in America, yes, America, still bans stores from selling vibrators? The number one pro of using a vibrator is when I tell you the orgasm that you will get from using a vibrator is just like, it's unexplainable. I mean, it's leg shaking, toes curling, tingling through your body, just waterfalls flowing down. Like when I tell you the pleasure that you just receive from that stimulation on your clitoris. And I've heard a lot of people use it on their nipples. You can use it on your anus. It's number one on the charts when it comes to orgasm. Trust me when I tell you that, okay? Well, a second pro of having the vibrator is that it can be used by people that are disabled. It can be used by women who are celibate, women who don't want to be promiscuous. So they don't want to just have meaningless sex, but they want to still enjoy pleasure and they still want to reach that orgasm. You know, I think that that is just a beautiful gift. The fact that you don't have to really connect with someone in order to pleasure yourself, I think is just a beautiful thing. Now, there is other ways to pleasure yourself, but if you think about it, someone that's disabled, they're not mobile as a healthy individual. They can just simply use that small, vibrator and still pleasure themselves. And I just think it's a great thing. I think that is beautiful. And this is one of the biggest, I think, the biggest pro of the vibrator is that you can pleasure yourself without worrying about STDs. You don't have to worry about being hurt. You don't have to worry about, catching the itch and crabs and vagina smelling, your pH balance being thrown off. Like the vibrator is free from sexually transmitted diseases, sexually transmitted infections. It's free from heartbreak as well. And one of the last things that I think is great about the vibrator is that they make them very small now, so they're portable. You can take them wherever you want to go. It's discreet. They make them in all types of styles, and you can use batteries, so you don't have to worry about electrical source. It's just very convenient way of reaching an orgasm. So let's get to the cons. One of the cons is with vibrators, especially those that were made back when I first got one, is that they're noisy. They're loud. You hear that zzz, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? You might have kids out there, or, family or whatever, and it's just loud and it's noisy, and it's just the second con of using a vibrator is that we use it on our clitoris, and it can actually desensitize our clitoris. It can desensitize us where we're not able to have an orgasm with anything else outside of the vibrator. And of course that's not good, because if you want to be intimate with a human being, you're going to want him to pleasure you or her to pleasure you. You're going to want to be pleasured when you're having sex. You don't want to just have to use the vibrator in order to reach an orgasm. This brings me to my third con in using a vibrator. It can actually subconsciously hurt your partner's ego. If your partner knows that you are used to using this vibrator and that this is the only way that you can reach that orgasm, then he's going to start feeling as if he's less than, as if he's not able to provide you with that pleasure. And you don't want that, especially with someone that you're going to end up with, someone that you're going to have a relationship with. You want to be able to connect, and physically be satisfied with your partner. And so I'm just going to give a few things that I think would help in those situations. I think that, not to use a vibrator all the time. If you're going to use it only sometimes. Switch it up. You may want to use your fingers or even the bathtub technique, which I talked about in one of my previous videos, asking ladies, are you having orgasms? You can use the bathtub water, shower head. You can use your hand because it's not the same as that electrical vibration that you're using with a vibrator. Vibrator, it gives you a stimulation that a human being, it's just impossible, for a human being to compare to the stimulation that you get from a vibrator. So I think just minimizing your usage, switching it up, using other things if you just have to pleasure yourself, maybe doing it on a low vibration so that you're not, like, if you get to the point where you're turning it all the way up, that's when you know that you're building a tolerance to it and that you need to take a break from it, because you want to get your body back to the place where you're able to just have it from, a slight touch with just your fingers or, a tongue. How could these things pleasure you if you used to it all the way zoomed up on high? You know what I'm saying? Your brain go get to the point where, honey, what is this? What is this tongue? What is these fingers? I want that feeling. It's like heroin. I'm telling you, it's really addictive. And, yeah. So ladies, I hope this video, just gave you a few of the pros and cons of using a vibrator, because I'm not telling you not to use one. I do love my vibrator, and sometimes you can even incorporate it with your partner, because they enjoy it as well. So I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying understand that there are cons, and you don't want to be desensitized. You want to still be able to have pleasure when you're with a man or when you're with any partner for that matter. It's 2019. So make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit the bell so that you can be notified whenever I make a video. And also comment, leave your feedback. I love your feedback. And don't forget to find me on Instagram at BeDivineMinded. Hit me up on my email at BeDivineMinded@gmail.com. And also check out my website, BeDivineMinded.com, where I do traveling packages all over, especially your favorite places like Lagos, Nigeria, and Jamaica. So hit me up and be divine minded.